Hi everyone, Aidan here with eTrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Titan Chain snow tire chains with cam tensioners here on our 2022 Ram 1500 Classic. Now we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install these on a 275/60 R20 size tire. Be sure to enter your vehicle information into our fit guide to make sure you get the right fit for your Ram, but these are going to be a nice solid chain. You can see looking at the pattern here, it is going to be a ladder pattern chain, which means we've got these cross links going across the tire in a sort of ladder shape. That's going to be great for starts and stops. A little bit of a rougher ride with that pattern, but it is going to get really good traction for us. The big thing that's going to enhance our traction though is the V-bar style links. These are studded links with these sort of V's welded on, and that's going to give you maximum bite into really icy roads. That's where these are kind of meant to be used. Not so much light snow, but heavy duty ice and really deep snow where you need that traction, you need that bite, and you want that to give you that traction. Included with these are also cam tensioners. These are going to help us get the right fit for our tire, especially over time as the tire tends to wear, the tread kind of goes down, the fitment might change on your tire chain. These can be twisted into place to draw that tire chain in tight to the tire and ensure a snug fit. We do have a rubber adjuster on there as well just to really ensure that extra fit, but that's not necessarily required. It's just something that we like to recommend. They are a low carbon steel construction. They're going to be very durable, but compared to something like a high carbon steel, which might be a little bit more hard and brittle, if you do hit a rock or something with these, you shouldn't have any of those V-bars breaking off. They should just dent and still be perfectly usable. Now, they do come in a sort of canvas storage bag here that is reusable. It's not my favorite though. These tend to have problems with durability, especially with these V-bar style chains. They're going to dig in and probably rip these over time. I would look into getting something like a plastic tote to store these in. That's going to be watertight and just keep them nice and neat, especially if you want to store them in your truck cab whenever they're ready to be used. You want them to be well contained and in a container that isn't going to break. And compared to other tire chains, these are pretty much the exact same to install. You've got plenty of adjustment points to get a good fit, so let's check out how to do that now. Starting off the installation, we want to lay out the chain and make sure that nothing's tangled, twisted, or broken. These V-bar style chains especially, I've noticed have a tendency to kind of get tangled up in each other, so make sure everything's sitting the way it should be and laying nice and flat. The next thing we want to do is make sure everything's in the correct orientation. I'm going to be draping the chain over the tire, so we want the V-bars pointing up and we want these cams towards the outside of the vehicle. If you are going to do the drive-on method where you lay it out, drive over it, and make the connections up top, you want those V-bars facing down. Once you've got that in position, we can go ahead and put the chain on the tire. I'm going to just grab it here towards the middle and carefully drape it up and over top. Just like that, trying to maintain a nice center, front to back and side to side. That looks pretty good right there starting out, so we can go around back and make our first connection. So you'll notice on the chain, there's this end closest to the camera here, where it's just a bunch of free links. If I can get my hand out of the way, there we go. And the closest side to me, which has a hook. Basically, you just want to hook this onto one of the free links, but you don't have to go to the very end. I'm going to actually go, I think, 2 links in here to start out. Once you've installed these once or twice, you'll know the kind of general fit you're going for with your tire, and you'll know which link probably fits the best. So for now, we're going to start off with this and see how it is up front. Just like in the back, we want to come to one of these free links here. I'm just going to go to the second, and we're going to feed our lever arm through and fold it back. That's pretty loose right there. I'm going to try to get it as tight as I can from the start. Going to that third link here. You can feel a little bit of tension as we pull back, and that's pretty good. Hook that onto the free link right there. And we can actually come to these cams and tighten those up to make some further adjustments. So just take your included tool, insert that into the slotted hole there, and twist. You'll kind of feel the tire chain tighten up as you do this. And right there, it seems like we're getting pretty good tension. Let's kind of check the feel of that. Oh yeah. So after those 2 cams tightened up, everything's feeling really solid on the tire. I'm going to add a rubber tensioner just for safety, but this is feeling really good. These rubber tensioners are sold separately and not strictly required. We always tend to recommend them just because it's an added layer of security to make sure that the tire chain stays on nice and snug. And when you're installing them, you just want to go back and forth in a sort of star-shaped pattern like this, trying to hook it on as evenly as it'll go. Just like that. I think right here we could maybe move this over just a little bit. Maybe this one over just a little bit too to get everything a little more even. That looks pretty good right there. And that's just going to make sure everything stays nice and tight on the tire. At this point, you want to install the other side, drive forward a few times, and come out and just check on them. Make sure that nothing has settled in or adjusted too much. If you need to make any final adjustments, do that, and then you'll be good to hit the road. And that'll complete our look at the Titan Chain snow tire chains with cam tensioners for wide base tires here on our 2022 Ram 1500 Classic. Thanks for watching.